You've been strong for so long. You learn to carry this on your own. Let me be someone you can lean on. I'm right here. I'm right here. I'm right here.
fall, never crawl, yeah, we're moving up. Wanted more, let it pour till we fill our cup. Never giving up before it's over. Never counting on them four-leaf clovers. Taking names, throwing flames till we burn it down. In the mud, uppercut, yeah, we're breaking ground. Never giving up before it's over. Never counting on them four-leaf clovers. We could feel the fire, never getting tired. We ain't gonna stop till we drop and we hit the floor. Come on, all my soldiers, do it like I told you. We ain't gonna stop. So come on and put your hands up. We gonna bring the house down. No one could ever stop us. We're gonna set it off right now. Come on, put your hands up. So come on, put your hands up. Come on, put your hands up. On a roll, never fold, never have enough. Overtime in the grind, put your banners up. Never giving up before it's over. Never counting on them four-leaf clovers. We could feel the fire, never getting tired. We ain't gonna stop till we drop and we hit the floor. Come on, all my soldiers, do it like I told you. We ain't gonna stop. So come on and put your hands up. We gonna bring the house down. No one could ever stop us. We're gonna set it off right now. Come on, put your hands up. So come on, put your hands up. Come on, put your hands up.
Come on, all my soldiers, do it like I told you. Come on, all my soldiers, do it like I told you. Come on, all my soldiers, do it like I told you. Come on, all my soldiers, do it like I told you.
So come on and put your hands up. We're gonna bring the house down. No one could ever stop us. We're gonna set it off right now. Come on, put your hands up. So come on, put your hands up. Come on, put your hands up. I remember black skies, the lightning all around me. I remembered each flash as time began to burn. Like a startling sign that fate had finally found me. And your voice was all I heard. That I get what I deserve. So give me reason to prove me wrong. To wash this memory clean. Let the thoughts cross the distance in your eyes. Give me reason to fill this hole. Connect the space
showed me your light, then left me in the dark. With just a whispered breath, I'd be choking on my heart. I wanna call your name when I'm lost in the heat of the moment. I wanna call your name, but I just got to keep it together. I wanna call your name when I'm lost in the heat of the moment. I wanna call your name, but I just gotta keep it together. I keep on holding on, holding on, holding on, holding on, holding on. I wanna call your name when I'm lost in the heat of the moment, moment, moment. I wanna call your name, 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 name. I wanna call your name, 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 name. I wanna call your words you thought you heard, are words I never said. I miss those golden nights, I miss just being friends. I can't eat, I can't sleep, I'm going out my mind, praying that you see the light. No, I'm not holding back like thunder in the night. I'm breaking through the silence this time. I wanna call your name when I'm lost in the heat of the moment. I wanna call your name, but I just gotta keep it together. I keep on holding on, holding on, holding on, holding on, holding on. I wanna call your name when I'm lost in the heat of the moment. I wanna call your name, 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 name. I wanna call your name, 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 name. I wanna call your name when I'm lost in the heat of the moment. I wanna call your name, but I just gotta keep it together. I wanna call your name.
So what am I fighting for? Everything back and more. And I'm not gonna let this go. I'm ready to settle the score. Get ready, cause this is war. There are days that I think I'm crazy. Other days nothing seems to faze me. There's nothing more and nothing less. Just all the fears that I must confess. Well, I'm afraid I believe in nothing. No hopes or dreams, you could have left me dead naive. And not to mention I'm losing count of all my blessings. With all that I've done, it's too late. I can't take back all that I have become. So all that I'm trying to say, I'm looking for a better way. But some days it just gets so hard, and I don't wanna slip away. So what am I fighting for? Everything back and more. And I'm not gonna let this go. I'm ready to settle the score. Get ready, cause this is war. Another day in the right direction. I'm okay, but I'm left to question. How did I get so far behind the rest? Why am I so inclined to forget all the days that you made me crazy? Nowadays you don't even faze me. It's all the same and I don't stress none. Sick and tired of all this tension. With all that I've done, it's too late. I can't take back all that I have become. So all that I'm trying to say, I'm looking for a better way. But some days it just gets so hard, and I don't wanna slip away. So what am I fighting for? Everything back and more. And I'm not gonna looking for a better way. But some days it just gets so hard, and I don't wanna slip away. So what am I fighting for? Everything back and more, and I'm not gonna let this go. I'm ready to settle the score. Get ready, 'cause this is war. I'm looking for a better way. Some days it just gets so hard, and I don't wanna slip away. Get ready, 'cause this is war. Everything back and more,
Up the heat. Oh, Devil rejected on Dino, goes in deep, and Devil rejected is out. He's crashed.
You okay?
For him at turn 5.
Okay, mate.
I'm the man that walked out of fire.
It's all about being calm.
These guys have an almost fighter pilot mentality.
Goodness, Phoenix Prix is out. And it's the lights out and away we go. One kidney Jim is out. Look at this little battle between the Aston Martins have changed positions. On the back of Devil rejected. The Aston Martin and the Alpine. The Aston Martin champion will reject him. Put him on down the inside. Oh, that free ride out. That big late turn 10. And once more they have a little niggle, but it is the Mercedes of Wesley that's through. It's your boy Alfie into the slits. Jimmy's using that battery. I'm a survivor. I'm not gonna give up. I'm not gonna stop. I'm gonna work harder. I'm a survivor. I'm gonna make it. I'm a survivor. Keep on surviving. What's going on, guys, and welcome to MSCF1. We are live here in the Circuit of the Americas in Texas. Sorry guys, I always like to do a sound check when I start, make sure that everything's okay. Guys, let me know if the volume's good, if it's too high, too low. I'd rather it be good than realise afterwards. Let me just, I don't want to chance jumping in a party, so if you do have to listen to me, I apologise. But I know if some people have been jumping in a party and then getting kicked out, so I will try not to talk between the intervals so that I'm not distracting you, but I don't want to try jumping in a party with everything that's going on. Your mic on, mate, I think. Your mic, me mic up or on? 1 minute, I'll see, I'll just test it to see what you mean. So, I'm guessing you mean turn these just one down just so you can hear the mic a little better. Right, here we go. So, we are live for the next hour and probably 20 minutes for the race, which should be good. There is 2 Alpha Towers out. One of them will probably be Johnny Reid. I say that because it's a 50-50 chance. But it is him out in the lead, it always is. He does like to get going straight away, no messing around. So we'll go on board with Johnny Reid, the man from Northern Ireland, for his first lap around the Circuit of the Americas. DRS enabled, ERS is on for the number 34 Alpha Tauri driver, taking that really wide Esports line as he goes up the hill towards turn 1 at the left-handed hairpin. Very slow through there, around 60 miles an hour as we go in towards turn 2 here in sector 1. Then we go into the S's, very similar to Maggis and Beckett, but twice over as we go through turn 5 and then 6. On to sector 2 we go, and then slightly uphill. The gradient is just up and down through sector 1 as we go through turn 9 and 10. Down towards the hill and the hairpin at turn 11. In towards the left-hander, nice and tight. And then the DRS will kick in once more. The battery will be burning. He's all the way over to the right. And we'll see a lot of overtakes here this evening. That fuel level very low, keeping the weight down on the Alpha Tauri car as he shoots down towards turn 12. Oh, that was a cracking line there from the Alpha Tauri driver. As we enter sector 3, down towards turn 15 we go. He does have his teammate right behind him who's just coming out of turn 12, but we are on board with Johnny Reid now as he comes through the right-handers. That is turn 16, 17, 18, and down towards the left-hander. That is turn 19. Over the curb he goes, uses the outside curve to the right-hand side, slightly uphill towards the pit entrance. through turn 20, down towards the line. It's at 132.2. And then his teammate of Phoenix Grey will come through as he shoots through turn 19 and up the hill towards 20. The other AlphaTauri driver, the number 91 of the Scotsman, to the line at 133.4, 1.2 behind his teammate. One Kidney Jim is going to be next in the Oracle Red Bull, to the line at 135.0, but on their medium compound tyres. Dangerous Dave has put in a dangerous lap and invalidated it. And then we do have, Dangerous Dave playing a dangerous game. The Mercedes, I think, of Ryan, that is on an outlap. Then we have the Alfa Romeos. Red Wildfire will be the first to get to the line, in towards turn 20 and down towards the line, and Red Wildfire goes at 134.2. And then we do have a couple of drivers coming through. That is Danny Cool in the Alpine at 133.9 with 13 minutes to go. Dino F2 in the Scuderia goes P6, and then we have Kurt Maestro with a 133.6, 2 tenths behind Phoenix Grey. It's the AlphaTaurians that dominate here on the banker laps. Mum and Ryder comes through, and then Adams in the McLaren. The two Papayas come screaming to the line, and a 132.9 from Adams is a cracker of a lap. The Aston Martin did come through as well, but just to start his flying lap. So a couple of drivers yet to set a lap, and MJ Ryan is one of them in the Mercedes AMG Petronas as he shoots down towards turn 12 in sector 2 and down towards sector 3. The Mercedes in towards turn 12, over the curb, and then into sector 3 we go. Round turn 13, and taking a wide line just so he can enter turn 14 and a little bit more speed, and then slows it up in towards turn 15, nice and tight to the curb at around 60 miles an hour, and then through turn 16 and 17 we go. The AMG through turn 18, and then slightly uphill as he turns over the left-handed curb at turn 19, and then dip and dive up towards turn 20, through the chicane and down towards the line. The Mercedes of MJ Ryan with a 134.1. A few of the other drivers coming through. Dangerous Dave into the pit lane. Jonathan in the Aston Martin coming through. Jazzaboy, the man from South Africa, up towards turn 20 in the Alfa Romeo. Out of the final chicane, down towards the line. Jazzaboy goes P6 with a 133.7. The second driver to hit them 137s. ARC Top Gotcha is out of this Grand Prix in the pit lane. He will do no more, so I don't know what's happened there for ARC Top Gotcha. I will try and jump in a party, but I didn't want to get kicked out. Smalley in the Aston Martin has backed out after invalidating his lap, and Demir, the Bosnian driver, is on an outlap in the Haas. No, we are good in a party, actually. I didn't want to chance it. I'm a bit scared about getting kicked out of the lobby because of the issues that we're having tonight. But Smalley is going to go again in the Aston Martin. How is everybody? Let's get this link so everybody that does want to watch can watch. Right, so Demir will start his flying lap with just under 10 minutes to go here in the Circuit of the Americas. And Demir in towards turn 1 at the top of the hill. And then down the hill we go towards turn 2 and 3. Through the S's we go, the right, the left, the right, the left. Very, very similar. The 4th circuit on the F1 calendar that is based off the iconic Silverstone circuit of Maggots and Beckett. To the top of the hill and through turn 10. And then down into the dip towards turn 11 and the start of that DRS zone. We'll see a lot of overtakes here today, and the Haas driver will probably be one of many. DRS enabled, the ERS is on, and the Haas driver shoots down towards turn 12. The other car's just moving out of the way as the Haas driver comes into the chicane at turn 12. Over the curb we go, and then up towards turn 13 and 14 at the start of sector 3. The Ferrari just in front of him. I think it's a ghosted Ferrari, so I hope they don't get in the way. No, it's not actually. The Ferrari moves out of the way. Well done to the Scuderia of Dino as Demir comes through turn 18 and 19 and up the hill towards turn 20 as the sun sets here in Texas. Out of turn 20, down towards the line for Demir, goes P6, a 1:33.7, and it's a hat-trick of drivers, and Demir, excuse me, Demir and Jazaboy separated by 1/1000th of a second. So from Bosnia to South Africa, separated by a millisecond here in USA. So we did have Dino F2 in the Ferrari just starting his lap. Dangerous Dave in the Williams was just coming to the end of turn 12. The Williams driver. And it says he's gone purple, sector 2 for Dangerous Dave. That's cracking stuff for the Williams as we come through sector 3, through turn 17 and 18, down towards 19. I can't wait for this race. I cannot wait for this race. These drivers, that was a voice malfunction, Roadrunner. I've had a cough. Oh, he goes wide. He loses the rears, and Dave goes up to P4. But what a huge mistake. Johnny Reed comes through. A 1:31.9 goes even quicker into the 1:31s for the AlphaTauri driver, the man from Northern Ireland on the top step again. But let's just talk about Dangerous Dave, because that was a huge mistake coming out of turn 20. Lost the rears, slipped out what could have been for Dave in that Williams. He's got to have lost at least half a second out of that final corner. So could he have been in the top 3? As I was saying, Roadrunner, I've had a cough now for about 3 weeks, and it's it's been really getting on my chest a lot. So Jazaboy is going to go again. Red Wildfire is also on a lap, and she is 0.4 up at the moment as she's coming down towards turn 15. So the Alfa Romeo driver of Red Wildfire putting it on the line. She is. I think Mum and Ryder as well in the McLaren, or is that Adams going into the pit lane? Mum and Ryder is on a lap, but Red Wildfire is coming up towards turn 20. We do have the other Alpha Towers coming. Kurt Maestro went to the line up to P5, a 1:33.2. Red Wildfire goes P10 just behind her teammate of Jazaboy. Phoenix Gray is going to be the next, the Season 2 World Champion here in the Masters Division, and it's the Flying Scotsman who is invalidating it and will go back into the pit lane. A couple of drivers now coming round. Jazaboy is going to be next, the South African driver out of turn 15 in sector 3. Oh yeah, I know exactly what you mean, mate. Well, hopefully you get better soon. It's horrible. Jazaboy out of turn 19 up towards 20. That 5-minute marker is here. Jazaboy down towards the line. This looks quick. It's a 1:33.0, and it's the second row of the grid for the Alfa Romeo, the Alpine. That was, the Williams, I think. And then we do have a Ferrari coming through. That is Dino. Dino is into the pit wall. He is a very lucky boy to still be in this race. Devil rejected. He's coming up towards turn 20, and he's into the pit lane as well. Very, very lucky. And MJ Ryan coming through the middle sector, the S's. And then we have the Aston Martin of Jonathan to the line. It's a 1:34.3. I think he's actually starting his flying lap now, so we'll stay on board with the Flying Dutchman. That is Jonathan. I'm not going to try and pronounce it, but if I was, I would say it's Jonathan Curran. So Jonathan coming up towards turn 8 and 9 for the Aston Martin driver. Then down the hill. It's such a beautiful circuit, and the drivers will relish in this race tonight. You'll see a lot of them overtakes, you'll see a lot of the slipstreams, the wheel-to-wheel action, the battling, and all of that without a single safety car. That is what motorsport racing is about, and that's what MSC is all about as well. It is an incredible division, an incredible league with fantastic drivers, just showcasing their phenomenal talents and skills around such a open and free-flowing circuit like the Circuit of the Americas here in Texas. We should be in for a cracker. So Jonathan down towards turn 19 for the Aston Martin driver. This looks like a very good lap. Slight mistake coming out of there, but it would not have been costly. Out of turn 20 for the Aston Martin driver. Down towards the line. P7 for the Aston Martin. There's no other driver on a lap for now. So Jonathan just getting the Alpine to move out of his way. Not on a lap, but he's like, Daddy, cool, come on, out of my way, I'm getting back to the pits. Jonathan, that will be his final run. He will not be able to improve on P7 because there's only 2 minutes to go. Now, a couple of drivers are on out laps, and a couple of drivers starting their flying laps. Dangerous Dave in the Williams being one of them. He made that huge mistake coming out of turn 20, and he is going again, the Williams. That is yellow flags. That is just drivers shifting out of the way of each other. We do have an AlphaTauri also on a lap, and that is Johnny Reed, but he's on an out lap. He's just moving out of the way of the other drivers as he gets out of the way there. We go back on board. Oh, that's Demir, and that is unlike Demir to bottle it. Just still got that chesty cough. We go back on board with Dangerous Dave in the Williams. Down the DRS straight towards turn 12. Into the chicane, nice and tight over the curb. That fuel running low as he tries to lighten up the car for this last run. A little bit shaky as he came out of turn 14, but maybe not hindered him as much as it might have done as we go through turn 16 and 17. Through turn 18 and down towards turn 19, over the curb, and he's invalidated it, and that is it for Dave in the Williams. The McLaren is going to be next of Mum and Ryder. He's 2.5 tenths up here in the Papaya, comes up towards turn 20 as the sun sets. The orange car of Mum and Ryder goes P2 in its provisional front row of this grid. The Red Bull is going to be next. The Red Bull to the line. It's one kidney Jim. Then the AlphaTauri of Phoenix Grey goes up to P5. Johnny Reed is on an out lap. We do have an Alpine of Kurt Maestro and Daddy Cool. Kurt Maestro starts his flying lap. We've got an Aston Martin, that's Jonathan, into the pit lane. The other AlphaTauri of Phoenix Grey, who's spun it. Johnny Reed just starting his flying lap. The two Ferraris of Dino F2, and Devil Rejected. The checkered flag has been waved for Smalley, Jonathan and Dangerous Dave, the two Aston Martins. The Haas driver of Demir is into the pit lane. There's nothing more he can do. Adams in the other McLaren coming down towards turn 19. His teammate just in front of him. This is an incredible qualifying session for the Papayas. In towards turn 20 we go. Adams down towards the line. It's a 1:32.7. Takes P2 off his teammate. The Alpine of Daddy Cool stays in P8. And then it comes the Alfa Romeo of Red Wildfire, who's currently in P11 as she comes around turn 19. A slight mistake, she is 2 tenths up though as she comes in towards turn 20 and down towards the line, goes up to P10. It is a top 10, and the Haas driver of Where is the house driver coming? That is a Mercedes, sorry, that is MJ Ryan, goes up to P13. The Red Bull of One Kidney Jim coming down towards turn 19. He's half a tenth up at the moment. There is still a lot of drivers on laps, a lot of drivers improving. Jazzaboy and Phoenix Graves set the exact same time, and One Kidney Jim goes up to P15. We have the Alfa Romeo of Jazzaboy to the line, does improve P3. The Alpine of Kurt Maestro will be next to the line, stays P5. Phoenix Gray has backed out. He's not going to be able to improve. I think we have one more driver, that is Dino F2, who has qualified in good positions this season. Devil Rejected goes into the pit lane. What about Dino? Can he do any more? He cannot. He goes into the pit lane. So it is Johnny Reed that takes pole position here in the Circuit of the Americas. Adams will start on the front row of the grid in the McLaren. So there we have it for qualifying here in Texas. The man from Northern Ireland tops the group with the only 1:31.923 of the session. Adams in the McLaren will join him on the front row of this grid, the British driver in P2. The South African of Jazzaboy on the second row of the grid in P3, with the Swedishman in the McLaren of Mum and Ryder in P4. On the third row of the grid, it's the champion Phoenix Gray, the Scotsman in the Alpha Tauri in P5, with the British driver of Kurt Maestro in the Alpine in P6. On the fourth row of the grid, it's Jonathan, the Dutchman in the Aston Martin in P7, with the British driver of Daddy Cool in the Alpine in P8, and then it's an all-British lockout on the fifth row with Dangerous Dave in the Williams and Rev Wildfire in the Alfa Romeo.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the fast-paced world of MSC F1 Esports. Join us as we witness the world's top talent battle it out in the ultimate virtual racing showdown. Get ready for heart-stopping moments, breathtaking overtakes, and unforgettable memories. This is MSC F1 Esports. Let the race begin.
See for the Hungarian Grand Prix, and it's lights out and away we go.
My people up in the chandeliers, the wine and dining, the menu is blood, sweat and tears. Everybody ready, raining down confetti, champions are born right now. Air about the glamour, click goes the hammer, run when you hear that sound. Heroes never die, gonna make it to the finish line. We know we survive.
Excellent job, mate.
Line. Their dreams just keep dripping out of their golden cups. I'm starving, leftovers ain't enough. week. Gonna make it to the finish line every day, every day. Heroes never die.
He will look for a move on Jonathan. Here comes the McLaren of DMT. Oh, he goes left and then to the right, and he makes the move. That was clean, crisp, and quality racing from the McLaren driver up to P6. Then this round, oh my God!
Heroes never die. Gonna make it to the finish line.
Enough. Phoenix Gray once again has shown
You are the new champion of the world.
Ladies and gentlemen, the new season of MSC F1 Esports is here. Season 3.
and it's the lights out and away we go.
I'm the legend in the story, chasing down that glory. I keep rising up high. I keep rising up high.
The checkered flag today around this 3.42 mile circuit. There are 20 corners, 11 to the left and 9 to the right. 6 braking events, 3 of which are described as heavy, and a maximum speed of about 196 miles an hour as you approach turn 12 in the heavy braking zone there. At turn 1, well, there's always a chance for an overtake. 2021, this was Kimi Raikkonen and Fernando Alonso, world champions, battling away through turn 1 and down the hill into turn 2. Let's go towards that turn 12 now with Valtteri Bottas, Yuki Tsunoda and Lance Stroll. 3 of them all scrapping away. Valtteri Bottas was the man who won from pole in 2019, and he was involved in that scrap this time last year. Sebastian Vettel and George Russell. George Russell driving for Williams, of course, and Sebastian Vettel in the Aston Martin, showing that you can go round the outside as the lap progresses down at turn 18. There are plenty of places to try and get your overtakes done, certainly in that final sector. Tyres are going to be everything today. C4 the soft, we might not see many of those being used. C3 the medium, C2 the hard. It's protecting your front tyres, the key to a good race strategy today.
So we are just getting the lobby set up, guys. Remember, do not ready up until the host readies up. He will let you know a start time in the Discord. If you're, fresh around here, a bit wet around the ears, that's how it works. do not forget your setups, guys and girl. Do not forget your setups, because you will be racing the whole race without one. So do not forget your setups. Setups. So we are going to go very shortly here in MSCF1 for round 4 here in the Circuit of the Americas. Here we go for one of the best esports leagues in the world. And it's a lights out and away we go. Johnny Reid gets a great start. Mum and Ryder is already thrown. Jazzaboy, who got a really poor start. Phoenix Gray, the Scotsman, is one. Johnny Reid has been overtaken by the McLaren of Adam. Kurt Maestro now through the other papaya of Mum and Ryder. There's a driver at the back. That's Dino that's dropped down 4 places. One kidney Jim is out at the start of this Grand Prix. The Red Bull driver is out. But Kurt Maestro in the Alpine is up to P3 already and up 3 places. Danny Cool round the outside of Red Wildfire as Demir in the Haas tries to trail on the back of the Alfa Romeo. Devil rejected up 4 places, and Demir in the Haas is into the wall once more. The Bosnian driver with a missing end plate. That is so unfortunate. Johnny Reid is back into the lead of this Grand Prix here in Texas. Adams is in P2 in the McLaren. Kurt Maestro in the Alpine in P3. Mum and Ryder in the other papaya in P4. Phoenix Gray in the AlphaTauri in P5. Jonathan in the Aston Martin in P6. Here comes Jazzaboy round the outside of Dangerous Dave. The wheel to wheel, side by side, and Jazzaboy and Dangerous Dave, and that is Mum and Ryder that's been pushed out wide by Jonathan. They're having a right good old scrap here as they go through turn 13 and 14. Danny Cool has made a mistake. Devil rejected on the back of Red Wildfire, but it's Dangerous Dave in the Williams that is through on Mum and Ryder, who's now down 4 places to P8. The Williams driver up 2 and into P7, but Kurt Maestro, the big winner there, and is into the podiums as we go to the end of lap 1. Jazzaboy, the South African, down into P6 from P3, and Dangerous Dave right on his tail into the slipstream as Johnny Reid tries to lose DRS away from Adam at the start of lap 2. What a start to this Grand Prix. Demir is into the pit lane already. Really unfortunate for him, and Smalley in the Aston Martin trailing Devil Rejected for a top 10 spot on lap 2. Jonathan in the Aston Martin, still right on the tail of Phoenix Graves. In P4, I think was that driver that just went out wide. It looked like it, but it wasn't. And Devil Rejected is still in P10, up 6 places at the start of this Grand Prix, which is incredible for him. Dino F2 is down 2 from P12. Daddy Cool down 7 and into P15 from P8. Adams is now a second and a half off of Johnny Reed, who's just starting to run away with this on their medium compound tyres. One Kidney Jim is fuming. I don't know what happened, mate, but really unfortunate at the start of this Grand Prix to end the race the way it has done. It's horrible when that happens, especially when you've practiced, you've looked forward to it, and then it all ends on lap 1. Dino on the back of ARC Top Gotcha, just trying to chase him down. He is on the medium tyres, Top Gotcha on them hard, so he should be able to get a little bit closer to. Dangerous Dave is trailing Jazzaboy. And Mum and Ryder is still there. Dangerous Dave getting really close to Jazzaboy. Johnny Reed still setting the fastest lap of this Grand Prix. DRS will now be enabled. And we've already got a few battles at the front. And that is Kurt Maestro chasing down Adams. Phoenix Grey is there, and then we've got Jonathan in the Aston Martin as they come through the S section on lap 3. Remember, they're going to have that DRS out of turn 11 and down towards turn 12. And the Alpha Tauri of Johnny Reed is out in front at the moment on his own, and he has floored it at the start of this race. Here comes Adams. Kurt Maestro, look at this from Phoenix Grey. Jonathan goes down the inside of the Aston Martin, nearly clapping wheels with the Alpha Tauri. He will have that DRS, so will Kurt Maestro, as they all trail behind the McLaren driver as they come down towards turn 12. Is he going to go for the move? Phoenix Grey down the inside, and he does go for it. Backs out and thinks better of it. He will try again next lap, but he did lose a little bit of time, and now Jonathan will try and go for the overtake. We do have the Ferrari there as well on the back of Smalley in the Aston Martin, and then the Mercedes of MJ Ryan just trying to stick with him for now. ARC Top Gotcha on the back of Daddy Cool in the Alpine. Jonathan on the back of Phoenix Grey. It's getting very tasty out front. Remember, he will have that DRS up towards turn 1 again. But it's a little bit more tricky to get the overtake up towards turn 1 than it is going down towards turn 12. Mum and Ryder on Jazzaboy later on the brakes. Just has to think better of it to go down the inside. And Mum and Ryder does get a very good exit. A lot better than what the Alfa Romeo got as they come through the S's. And look at that for an aerial shot as Dangerous Dave, Jazzaboy and Mum and Ryder come through the S's, and they're just out of DRS range of the other 3 fighting for a podium. That is Kurt Maestro, Phoenix Grey and Jonathan Smalley with the first time penalty of the evening. And it's always very easy to do around the circuit of the Americas, especially through the S's. Here comes Phoenix Grey. He's going to go for that move once more. Is he going to be able to get it this time, though? Into the slipstream. DRS enabled. He's using a lot of battery, but he's still not able to get through. Kurt Maestro has saved up a lot, and Adams is still on 70% ERS, so he's really holding him off well and keeping the battery at the same time, especially considering he's not got the DRS as they go down towards turn 12. Here comes Mum and Ryder, the Swedishman on the South African, as we come through turn 15. Jonathan has saved quite a bit of battery as well. And look at the line that Adams took there. He's just trying to shake off that Alpine behind him. And he took an unusual line as they went up the hill. Here comes Jonathan. Will he try the move on Phoenix Grey as they go in towards the hairpin at turn 1? Wheel to wheel goes the Alpha Tauri and the Aston. But the Alpha Tauri of Phoenix Grey just stays in front on lap 5 of 28 here in Texas. This ain't Texas. You know, hold on. Jonathan, what an aerial shot As we come through the S's, Jonathan in the Aston Martin, still trailing Phoenix Grey. This is going to be a very entertaining battle. You can feel it already. Devil Rejected in the Ferrari on the back of Smalley in the Aston Martin. The Scuderia is right on the tail. Top Gotcha with that time penalty. MJ Ryan in the Mercedes is there, but this looks like Devil Rejected might have it in the tank to go for that move. The Aston Martin getting a little bit squirrely as he comes out of turn 11. Devil Rejected in the Scuderia into the slipstream of the Aston Martin. Smalley got a great exit though, and that might just be enough to hold off Devil Rejected, and it is. What about MJ Ryan? Oh, the Ferrari goes deep. MJ Ryan in the Mercedes will look for a move, but Devil Rejected just about recovers. Phoenix Grey on the back of the Alpine. Oh, Devil Rejected with a time penalty. You're going to see a lot more of them this evening. Like I said, it's a very difficult track. Dangerous Dave just needs to stay within that DRS range. If he loses that, he's going to be wide open for the attack from the drivers behind. Red Wildfire up to P9 as well. And here comes Phoenix Grey on Kurt Maestro. Adams is doing a terrific job on lap 6 of holding off the other drivers. Johnny Reed 5.3 seconds clear. So the McLaren of Adams, and he's got that DRS train right on his tail now of some very, very big names. The DRS going all the way down to Smalley. Devil Rejected on Smalley, the Ferrari and the Aston Martin. Look at this for an entertaining battle. The Scuderia is literally pushing the Aston Martin through turn 9 and 10. The Ferrari goes down the inside, and Devil Rejected with an unreal overtake in towards turn 11, and the Ferrari is in front and into P10. What about Kurt Maestro? Adams just defending amazingly. MJ Ryan is now through. Look at MJ Ryan in the Mercedes. They're 3 wide, 2 wide, down towards turn 12. The Mercedes goes down the inside of Smalley, and Devil Rejected loses the 2 positions. Can he respond? The Ferrari driver looks up the inside, and a lunge from Devil Rejected with an unbelievable overtake. MJ Ryan goes wide, Smalley goes deep, and Devil Rejected goes on the near side and up to P10 for the Ferrari driver. Phoenix Grey is comparatively close to Kurt Maestro, but Adams in that McLaren showing great dexterity at the moment on lap 7, and his defending has been incredible. That sounds like a good plan, Jim. Smalley in the Aston Martin on the tail of Devil Rejected. Is he going to try and go down the inside? Remember, he's on them soft compound tyres, but they fall off really quickly around the circuit of the Americas. Jonathan in the Aston Martin, that DRS train all the way down to P9 of Red Wildfire now. The gap out front, Johnny Reed 6.1 clear as he comes down and up the dip. And Kurt Maestro nearly lost the DRS, he got it back. Adams has got such a great sector 2. Sector 2. As he comes through the second half of the S's and then out of turn 11, he's so quick through there that his defending is incredible at the minute. Here comes Smalley on Devil Rejected. Is he going to go for the lunge? Here comes the Aston Martin down towards turn 12 and just backs out. MJ Ryan in the Mercedes will take the wide line and try and cut up the inside, but he loses the rears, and MJ Ryan made a slight mistake, but he did really well to hold on to the car, and Phoenix Grey is round. Phoenix Grey in the AlphaTauri is into the wall. The world champion. He does not have damage. He is still in this race, but he's now found himself in an entertaining battle. Devil Rejected had to go wide to avoid the crash. Smalley makes the move, and he spins MJ Ryan. Dino F2 in the Ferrari is through. MJ Ryan with a 360 spin, and then back on track. Beautifully executed, and it's all 10s from the judges for MJ Ryan. Phoenix Grey's into the pit lane. He will go for that early stop, maybe onto the hard compound tyres now, and try and go for that undercut. Did he get damage? Let's have a look. Phoenix Grey. It didn't look like he got damage. He didn't. He's just going to get them really hot tyres off of that AlphaTauri, and go for the undercut now. Great strategy from him considering he just spun it. So Mum and Ryder in the McLaren. And look at this, that is Dino, that is Smalley. Smalley in the Alpha, in the Aston Martin is round. So a couple of drivers starting to struggle. We know the tyres fall off quickly here. And it's very challenging for the drivers, but not for Jazzaboy, who makes the move on Dangerous Dave and up to P5 for the Alfa Romeo driver. It's a very conditioning sort of circuit and challenging at the same time. Dangerous Dave still trying to come back. Them tyres fall off so quickly around here, and especially the lefts. So we are now starting to see gaps open up across the board, and especially out front where Johnny Reid is now 7.2 seconds clear. Here comes Dangerous Dave. That's a yellow flag again. That is a Haas. That is Demir. And Demir just cannot catch a break. And Smalley is round again. The Aston Martin driver, Phoenix Gray, will take full advantage of the spinning Aston. And through the S's they go, the Williams and the Alfa Romeo, with Mum and Ryder, the Swedishman, right there as well in the Papaya. Daddy Cool in the Alpine right on the back of Dino. The two Ferraris in P9 and P10 having a great race, the teammates. Smalley is now into the pits. So he's going to have to try something different with 19 laps to go. I think Phoenix Gray could find himself back in this race. But you got to remember, no safety cars, and that is Jonathan in the Aston Martin, who is through, and Kurt Maestro, who just gives him a tap up the inside. But Jonathan is into the podiums here in Kota. Daddy Cool is coming as well on Dino F2. Daddy Cool in the Alpine is up to P10. Dino has got that straight line speed, and he'll just slot in behind the Alpine driver. Yeah, Jim, you never know what's going to happen. And to get 10th yesterday, Jesus. So Jonathan is now looking for that move on Adams in the McLaren. The Aston Martin driver is into the slipstream. He's got that DRS. Here comes Dave on Jazzaboy, and Dave is not going to wait for the straight. He's going to try and go for it now. The Williams driver will go up the inside, just backs out in towards turn 1, but he will open himself up to Mum and Ryder behind after taking that wider line to back out on the Alfa Romeo. And the McLaren driver, as we come through the S's, the left, the right, they're chucking the cars side to side. Jonathan has left Kurt Maestro now, and remember, Jonathan's on the medium compound tyres. He's doing a terrific job here, and just be mindful that Jonathan is on the mediums and into the podiums. So is Johnny Reid, who's 9.1 clear. But I think mediums to hards will be the better strategy in this race. But some of these drivers are some of the best drivers that Esports has to offer, so I'm sure they'll know what they're doing. Here comes Daddy Cool on Devil Rejected, the Alpine driver on the Ferrari. And he's now separated the two Scuderias. Smalley with another time penalty. Phoenix Gray on that recovery drive. He's now 2.6 off top. Gotcha. Jonathan Curran in the Aston Martin. Just a little bit of lag, but he's finding himself closing that gap to Adams and extending the gap to Kurt Maestro behind. Then we've got Jazzaboy and Dangerous Dave. The South African has now... Oh, I thought he'd just shaken off Dangerous Dave out of that DRS, but he's not. And Mum and Ryder will find an opening very shortly on that Williams driver. Devil Rejected with a 3-second time penalty. Daddy Cool in the Alpine on the back of the Ferrari. Through the S's they go. We said it was going to be a great race, and it's turning out to be one. The Alpine of Daddy Cool on the tail of Devil Rejected, and these two are very, very good drivers. Really know what they're doing. Jonathan closing down on Adams. They're Devil Rejected and Daddy Cool. Their race IQ is phenomenal. Very patient racers, and they're going to show that here as Daddy Cool chasing down Devil Rejected. Is he going to try and go for the move down the inside in towards turn 12? He tries to brake, leaves a bit of room, and they make contact. Devil Rejected closes the gap, but they just about scrape through together. And will he try and go up the inside? Phoenix Great on top, gotcha, down towards turn 12. And the AlphaTauri continues his run on them fresher tyres. Daddy Cool still trying to make the move on Devil Rejected in the Ferrari. And that is Jonathan that's through on Adams. Unbelievable. Adams has made a huge mistake. From P2 on the grid, Adams is trailing down to P6 to P7. He's got his teammate on the back of him. What has happened to Adams? Has he got damage? He's not, but he lost so many positions, and now his teammate will come through. Red Wildfire is into the pit lane. What is going on here? The two McLarens. Adams is back in front of Mum and Ryder. Dangerous Dave is there. What is going on with Adams? He's slowing his teammate up and pushing him into the Williams of Dangerous Dave, and he's becoming dangerous. Here comes the Williams. He's trying to go for a gap that just does not exist. But as Ayrton Senna once said, if you do not go for a gap, you are no longer a racing driver, and that's exactly what Dave is doing. Mum and Ryder is going to try and go up the inside of his teammate. The two McLarens collide. It's opened the door for Dangerous Dave in the Williams. He's going to go for the double papaya overtake here down towards turn 12. One is gone. Now for two for Dangerous Dave in the Williams as they go down towards turn 12. The Williams will take the outside line on the McLaren, but he just slots in behind him. He's in that McLaren sandwich. But what has happened to Adams and what has happened to McLaren here in Kota? Daddy Cool still chasing down Devil Rejected. Round the outside goes the Alpine. Devil Rejected trying to fend him off, trying to break him down in towards turn 12. Johnny Reed is into the pit lane. He's responding to the other drivers. Does Jonathan go in as well? He does not. He stays out. Kurt Maestro stays out. Jazzaboy, Mum and Ryder in the McLaren stays out. Dangerous Dave chasing him down. What happened to Adams? He's gone from P2 all the way down to P7. Where does Johnny Reed come out? He has a big gap. Here comes Mum and Ryder and Dangerous Dave. Johnny Reed will come out probably just behind the Williams and just in front of Adams. So they return to positions, but Adams is now not pitted. Daddy Cool on Devil Rejected. Here comes the Alpine up the hill towards turn 1. He will try and take the wider line. This will be a spectacular overtake if he can switch this back. He does try and switch it back. He gets a good exit, just not enough to try and make that move. Into the S's go Daddy Cool and Devil Rejected. Yeah, looks like it, Jim. There's something that definitely happened with Adams. There's a few issues there. Dino is starting to catch up. Johnny Reed is already through on Dangerous Dave. Wow, that looked incredibly close between the AlphaTauri and the Williams as Johnny Reed just slows it down behind Mum and Ryder. He's on them fresh, hard tyres now. And he's going to enjoy picking these off one by one, I tell you. And there goes Red Wildfire and MJ Ryan, Dino and Devil Rejected, Daddy Cool, Johnny Reed on Mum and Ryder. There's overtakes going everywhere. Devil Rejected is finally through on Daddy Cool. MJ Ryan and Red Wildfire go wheel to wheel. The Alfa Romeo of Red Wildfire just stays in front. Daddy Cool slots in behind Devil Rejected. They're having a great little scrap. Jonathan is into the pit lane. Mum and Ryder also goes in. And Kurt Maestro is now your race leader with Jazzaboy on his tail. Johnny Reed can see them in the distance at the top of the hill. So into the pit lane goes a couple of these drivers now. Remember, Red Wildfire is on the undercut strategy. We are exactly halfway through this Grand Prix. And a Red Wildfire with a beautiful undercut. She's come out in front of Mum and Ryder. Phoenix Grey has now come out in front of Dino and MJ Ryan. Devil rejected with that 3-second time penalty. Jazzaboy will look for the overtake. Is he close enough going down towards turn 12? That is a yellow flag. That is Demir again. He's really struggling around here. And onto the grass goes Demir. And you can see the frustrations getting the better of the Bosnian now. And I do feel for him. It's a very tricky circuit and he can just not catch a break at the minute. And it just goes that way sometimes in motorsport, and Demir will know that. And it will be at that stage now where every race is going against him and he's feeling it, and he'll be frustrated and he'll be letting them frustrations overtake his races. He just needs that one good race, that one good break, and he will be back to his best, because Demir has got it in the locker, absolutely. But he calls it a day here this evening here in Kota. But we go back to Mum and Ryder on the back of Daddy Cool in the Alpine. Johnny Reed is through on Jazzaboy and up towards turn 1. Johnny Reed in the Alpha Tauri, back up to P2 and right on the tail of Kurt Maestro. It will not take him long to disband of the Alpine in front, and he's going to make it easy peasy round the outside, down the inside, into the S's. What a move from Johnny Reed. Into the pits goes Adams. Mum and Ryder and Daddy Cool are wheel to wheel. The McLaren and the Alpine. Red Wildfire just watches on as these two fight it out in front. Red later on the brakes will go for the move down the inside. She has a little peek but doesn't go for it. And who is that moving off to the side? I think that was the Haas. It was. Phoenix Grey is through on Devil Rejected, who has pitted, and Phoenix is back up to P10 after that spin earlier on in the race. Top Gotcha with another 3 seconds. Here comes Jazzaboy on Kurt Maestro. Is he going to be able to get him in towards turn 12? He's going to have to wait for a better opportunity. Red Wildfire, look how close she is to Daddy Cool. Mum and Ryder just starting to run away a bit now. Red Wildfire takes a different line to Daddy Cool. She is very close to the Alpine. DRS enabled. The ERS is on. And the Alfa Romeo driver into the slipstream of the Alpine. Moves to the left, back to the right, and is up to P7. Daddy Cool slotting back in to the trail of the Alfa Romeo in front. The two Ferraris now in P11 and P12. And Jazzaboy, when does he pit? Let's have a look at tyres. Johnny Reed with the fastest lap of this Grand Prix. Dangerous Dave is finally into the pits, and he's going to go onto them hard. That for me is a very strange strategy for Dangerous Dave, I must admit, because he's now done more laps on the mediums than he's going to on the hards. Oh, he's gone onto the softs. Well, Nathan, shut your mouth. He's gone onto the soft compound tyres, but 12 laps on the softs around Kota is a big stretch. So Daddy Cool is going to come in as well, and onto the mediums. Now that makes sense. To come off the hards onto the mediums around lap 16, it means that you're doing more laps on the hards than you would do on the mediums. I thought Dangerous Dave was going to go onto the mediums then, and then he would have done on the hards. He would have done a longer stint on the mediums than he would have done on the hards. But he's gone for the softs, which I think is a bold move on with 12 laps to go. MJ Ryan is through on Daddy Cool in the Alpine and up to P12 for the Mercedes driver. Adams in the McLaren chasing down Dangerous Dave, but with him being on the softs, I think Adams has just got to be patient at this point, because he knows that them softs will fall off before the end of this Grand Prix. Jazzaboy on Kurt Maestro, and here comes Adams on Dangerous Dave. If the McLaren driver can stay with the Williams for as long as possible, this will absolutely help his race, especially on them softs. Here comes Dino in the Ferrari on Phoenix Grey, and the Scuderia is in front of the Alpha Tauri. The British driver on the Scottish driver, and up to P10. Remember, Phoenix Grey has already done 8 laps on them hards. Kurt Maestro and Jazzaboy are into the pits. Surely they go hards to mediums. They do. They both go hards to mediums, exactly what I thought they would have done. 17 on the hards, 12 on the mediums. perfect strategy for the drivers. Daddy Cool and MJ Ryan are wheel to wheel, side by side as they come through turn 15. What a great little scrap between the Mercedes and the Alpine. MJ Ryan slots in behind Daddy Cool, takes a wider line as they go down towards turn 19. He's got the pace, he's got the speed as they go up the hill towards turn 20. Phoenix Grey with that 3-second time penalty out of the final chicane, but Daddy Cool on the faster medium compound tyres. The two Alfa Romeos in P5 and P6 now, but Dave is chasing them down on them fresh softs. But I really do think that Dave will struggle by the end of this Grand Prix. Oh, Demir, I don't know what happened, mate, but I do feel sorry for you. Just not going your way at the moment. Here comes Dave on them soft compounds. He does not want to be held up by the Alfa Romeo of Red Wildfire for too long here, but he needs to make sure that he's not impatient, and that is an outstanding overtake from the Williams driver of Dave, just round the outside of Red Wildfire there, and beautifully executed. Jazzaboy and Kurt Maestro in P4 and P5, they are chasing down Mum and Ryder, and they are both fighting for podiums. Remember, Red Wildfire went for that undercut in the Alpha. MJ Ryan still on the back of Daddy Cool. Adams here into the slipstream of Red Wildfire, and the McLaren driver is going to make light work, and up to P7 goes the papaya of Adams. Red Wildfire in the Alfa Romeo, trying to look for the outside, trying to respond, but just does not have it in the tank with them 6-lap old hards against them fresh mediums. Daddy Cool on Phoenix Grey. Phoenix Grey goes wide. The Alpha Tauri driver has conceded another position with them 10-lap old hards. So look at this now, Kurt Maestro and Jazzaboy still chasing down Mum and Ryder, the Swedish driver. Jonathan in P2 is having a fantastic race on fresh hards, and this is a great drive from the Aston Martin. MJ Ryan, look how close he is to Phoenix Grey. The world champion might lose another position here out of turn 11. Down towards turn 12, he'll have that DRS, ERS enabled, and he's going to make it look easy here. MJ Ryan up to P12, and nothing Phoenix Grey can do here to stop the charges from the drivers behind. Mum and Ryder with a 3-second time penalty. That is a huge penalty for the McLaren driver as Kurt Maestro and Jazzaboy start to chase him down and take away that deficit that he's created. Up towards turn 1 for the McLaren, the Alpine and the Alpha. Look at this, Kurt Maestro, the number 97 car, is not wasting any time here as they come down towards the S's. He is all over the rear diffuser of the McLaren in front. The Alpine driver has definitely got the pace. Look at this, the lines and everything, but it's giving Jazzaboy a great opportunity. I think Mum and Ryder could find himself losing 2 positions down the straight with the way Kurt and Jazza are so close to the back of him. You know what? Kurt is not going to mess around here. DRS enabled, and he is straight for the overtake, straight for the kill, and Jazzaboy is going to make it 2 for 2. Jazza is going to make a move on Kurt Maestro as well as he goes round the outside of the Alpine. Can he switch it back? We shall see. Out of turn 12 and up towards 13, the Alpine of Kurt just stays in front of Jazza, but as we predicted, Mum and Ryder loses 2 positions down the DRS straight. Now the chase is on to Jonathan. The Dutchman will be eagerly listening for these drivers and what the gaps will be. But Johnny Reid, 20 seconds in front of the pack. What a race by Johnny Hakkinen, I mean Johnny Reid. That is one driver that you can absolutely say right now is just pure class talent. What a driver Johnny Reid is, the man from Northern Ireland. He's got motorsport in his veins, and he eats, breathes and sleeps motorsport, and he is absolutely dominating tonight and showing what sort of driver he is. Strategy on point, race on point, and he has been untouchable here in Kota. Yeah, Demir, he's got that Italian blood in him. Jazz Boy in the Alfa Romeo down towards turn 11 behind the Alpine. Kurt Maestro in the podium places. The South African driver of Jazza Boy wants that podium. Here comes Jazza on the Alpine. He's got Murray RS, and Jazza Boy is up into the podiums as they chase down Jonathan. They're now only 2.5 seconds behind the Dutchman, and the man from South Africa is eyeing up that P2 with 8 laps to go, and Kurt Maestro will still be looking at a podium. I really hope Jonathan can defend here and do what he needs to do. I mean, to be honest, Jazza and Kurt will be chasing him down because they're on them fresher medium tyres, but in 4 or 5 laps time, them mediums hards will be very closely matched on pace, and then when it comes to the end of the race, I do believe that the hards will be slightly quicker even though they're 3 laps older. So we shall see, but at the moment that time is getting eaten away from the Alfa Romeo and the Alpine, as they did to Mum and Ryder. They're now doing to Jonathan. It's now only 1 second. They are flying through sector 1, and they're going to be with inside DRS going in towards turn 11 here. This is incredible. Down in towards turn 11, Jazza Boy is going to look for the move on Jonathan, who's had an unbelievable race so far, but it's going to be Jazza Boy that is going to pinch that P2 away from the Dutchman. The South African driver in the Alfa Romeo will go round the outside of Jonathan in the Aston Martin. They go very close, nearly touch, but Jazza Boy is up to P2. Adams in the McLaren will go round the outside of Dangerous Dave, wheel to wheel, side by side as they go up towards turn 14, and it's the McLaren that comes out just in front. Dave will try and switch back. Remember, Dave went early, really early on them softs, and maybe already starting to fall off. Daddy Cool on the back of Dino in the Ferrari. The Alpine driver will look down the inside as to go in towards turn 12. Side by side again. 3 overtakes in 1 lap. It is action packed here in Kota. Daddy Cool takes P10 away from Dino F2. Kurt Maestro now on the tail of Jonathan. Jonathan just needs to do his best to stay with Jazza and stay within that DRS range. He needs to defend well. He needs to place his car exactly in the right positions. Oh my god. Oh, thanks Jim. Oh, so Jazza Boy and Kurt Maestro got the overtake done on Jonathan. There goes Phoenix Grey on top, gotcha, and Phoenix Grey is through up to P13. Dangerous Dave, I really do think that his soft tyres are going to be absolutely fried by the end of this Grand Prix. It looks like he's already losing time. He did go early for them softs, but Kurt Maestro and Jonathan have been like a hot knife through butter here in Kota, and have picked off Mummen Ryder, the Swedishman. They've picked off Jonathan, the Dutchman, and they are both into the podiums working together. But who will finish in P2, because we know who's going to be leading this Grand Prix. I appreciate you chucking me the heads up there as well, Jim. I'm going off my head here, and I didn't even realise the mic was muted. I must do that at least once a race. But sometimes, like, I'll cough or something, I don't like to do it down the mic because it's unprofessional. So I'll mute it and then I'll forget that I've muted it. So here we go. Dangerous Dave will have that DRS on Adams. Here comes the Williams on the McLaren. Is he going to go for the lunge? He looks down the inside. Adams leaves him space, but Dangerous Dave does not make a dangerous move. Good stuff. Daddy Cool on the back of Devil Rejected. Daddy Cool in the Alpine on the back of the Ferrari. Devil Rejected. They are both running really low on ERS, but the Alpine is going to go for the move down the inside in towards turn 12. He does back out. He thinks better of it and waits for another opportunity. Look at this now. Does Mummen Ryder let his teammate through? It's all about strategy at this point. All about strategy. If anybody, I know probably not, but if anybody's interested, Borussia Dortmund and Atletico Madrid and Barcelona and PSG are both drawing on aggregate. Incredible games actually. Barcelona are 2-1 down at home with a red card, and it's just all going on. So here comes Daddy Cool in towards turn 1. The Alpine driver round the outside of the Ferrari, and there goes Red Wildfire on Mummen Ryder. Did he make a mistake? Did we miss something? Because Adams was just about to go through on his teammate, and now Mummen Ryder is down to P8 and being overtaken. Daddy Cool on the back of Devil Rejected. It looks like something happened to Mummen Ryder, the Swedish driver. Just gone 3-1 PSG. Barcelona are going out of the Champions League. So Daddy Cool in the Alpine will go down towards turn 11. 4.5 laps to go. He's got wing damage. Oh, Demir, the Champions League is unbelievable. Here comes Daddy Cool in the Alpine on the Ferrari. He tried to go for the move last lap. Is he going to have a better opportunity? Look at the defending from Devil Rejected. He takes the inside line, and that is excellent. He goes wide though, and he's opened up the gap to Daddy Cool, and that defensive driving from Devil Rejected was pinpoint accurate until he went wide. We know Devil Rejected is such a great defensive driver, and he was showcasing it once again here in Kota until he went wide, and now he's got his teammate on his tail. Mummen Ryder with that wing damage going into the pit lane. Oh, that is so unfortunate. The Swedishman has had an incredible Grand Prix here in Texas, and for it to end this way must be devastating. But it's Red Wildfire that's up to P7, Dangerous Dave up to P6. Red Wildfire is 10 seconds behind Dangerous Dave, but I've got a feeling Dave might really start to struggle on them softs near the end of this Grand Prix. MJ Ryan is through now on Mummen Ryder. Phoenix Gray is still going. He's still plodding along, and that's one thing you can say about the world champion, is even when things aren't going his way, he's not a quitter, and he will carry on right to the very end. Yeah, Demir, it should be an extra point. He's such a great defensive driver. Devil Rejected, he is. Can he get that move back on the Alpine? We will find out in about 10 seconds time. Here comes Devil Rejected. He looks like he's gonna run out of racetrack. He is coming quick though. He is coming very quick, and he does back out. Jonathan deserves so much more out of this Grand Prix as we go on to lap 28, and just a minute to just appreciate what a phenomenal drive Johnny Reed has set here. He's 22 seconds clear of the pack. The Northern Irishman has put down an absolute marker on this division and put his stamp of approval here in Kota. Kurt Maestro is still trying to get within DRS range of Jazzaboy with 2.5 laps to go. Oh, Dangerous Dave is out. He's lost it through the S's. We said about the soft compound tyres. We said he would struggle. And Dangerous Dave from P6 on the grid is out of the Grand Prix here in the Circuit of the Americas. Dangerous Dave. He went on the softs. He played a dangerous game. And he is out of the Grand Prix here in Texas. The two Ferraris are now up to P8 and P9. What a drive from the Scuderias. So Kurt Maestro knows with 1.5 laps to go, MJ Ryan is now in the top 10. Phoenix Gray with another 3 seconds. That is what I'm talking about though. If you keep cracking on till the end, all it takes is one mistake by a driver and it's an extra position. Devil Rejected right on the back of Daddy Cool. The Alpine and the Ferrari of Daddy Cool and Devil Rejected, it's been a cracking battle between the pair of them. It's been very entertaining to watch throughout this Grand Prix. Kurt Maestro, Mum and Ryder is through on MJ Ryan. He did have to pit for that front wing and he's now back up to P10. Smalley up to P14. You know, fair play actually to the Aston Martin of Smalley, and take my hats off to you and Top Gotcha as well in the Red Bull, because it must be very lonely sometimes, and I don't mean that in an embarrassing or negative way. I really don't, because I'm the same myself. Sometimes in a race I find myself on my own and it's very, very hard to stay concentrated and stay carrying on throughout the race, especially for 28 laps around Kota, and for you guys to do that and carry on throughout the whole race and make up positions at the end is fantastic. So absolutely well done, because it's still a top 14 finish for both of you drivers, and sometimes it's more distracting the fact that you're not battling than it is when you are. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, fair play. So Kurt Maestro is now right on the tail. Devil Rejected on Daddy Cool. We've still got battles going on here. Johnny Reed is on the very last lap of this Grand Prix. Jazzaboy in P2. Kurt Maestro wants that front row finish away from the South African. He is saving it up. He's going to go for it. Will he be able to get it on the very last lap? So 4 tenths of a second is the gap. Johnny Reed is clear down the hill towards turn 11. Kurt Maestro 8 tenths of a second behind Jazzaboy. The South African has been phenomenal through sector 1 all evening. It's sector 2 where Kurt Maestro seems to find his form, and he needs to find it, and he's 9 tenths of a second. This is going to be very close for P2. Here comes Kurt Maestro down the hill towards turn 11. Can the Alpine driver make the move? He got an amazing exit out of turn 11. He's 7 tenths of a second behind. He's putting everything on the line. He's burning the battery. He's got the DRS. I think he's going to be a little bit too far behind the Alpine of Kurt Maestro. Just could not get that P2. Johnny Reed is coming down towards turn 19. The Alpha Tauri driver, the man on top from start to finish, has been untouchable. The Northern Irishman will come through to win here in the Circuit of the Americas. Johnny Reed reverses through the line, very lucky actually. Jazzaboy is going to come through. The Alfa Romeo, the South African. What a drive, what a performance. Jonathan has left the session. Oh my god, he's lagged out. He's lagged out with a couple of corners to go. Jazzaboy will come through to take P2. Kurt Maestro gets a podium. Adams is chasing down Jonathan. He's left the session. Jonathan is going to get to the line to take P4. He lagged out on the very last corners. Phoenix Grey on MJ Ryan down towards turn 12, still going at it. The Mercedes and the Alpha Tauri are still battling right to the end. Slams on the brakes. Phoenix doesn't want to cut MJ Ryan off, but tries the old switcheroo. We'll go round the outside. What an ending to an incredible race. We'll go down the inside. The Alpha Tauri driver on the Mercedes. AMG Petronas goes deep into the corner. Both go wide. It's Phoenix Grey that comes out on top. MJ Ryan slots in behind him. Dino F2 will take Devil Rejected. So will Mum and Ryder because of his penalties. Phoenix Grey will come through. He's going to take P11. But what will happen when they reach the line? Phoenix Grey, the Alpha Tauri driver, on lap 28 will come through in P11. But it is going to be MJ Ryan that takes it off him. What an incredible, incredible Grand Prix. There you have it. On the top step is Johnny Reed. What a performance. What a performance. Well done to Johnny Reed. Well done to Jazzaboy. And well done to Kurt Maestro. Brilliant, brilliant driving. Let's have a look at your final standings here in round 4 for MSC. It is Johnny Reed that takes the race victory in round 4. Jazzaboy takes P2 and Kurt Meister in the Alpine takes P3. Jonathan in the Aston Martin takes P4 and Adams takes P5. Red Wildfire takes P6. Daddy Cool takes P7. Dino takes P8 and Mum and Ryder takes P9. Devil Rejected will finish in the top 10 in the Scuderia. What a drive from him. Driver of the day. It could actually be anybody, but I'm gonna go Johnny Reed. Could easily get driver of the day today. He was fantastic. It could be Devil Rejected from 16th, finished in the top 10, but Kurt Maestro got a podium from P6 and had a great strategy. I don't know. I'm gonna go driver of the day. Kurt Maestro, great podium. Driver of the day. Right, guys, we will be back next weekend for the Qatari Grand Prix for round 5. Thank you all so much for watching, supporting and tuning in. Thank you to MSC for having me on commentary, and I will see you next Tuesday. Cheers, guys.
The rain is coming down, it's getting colder. Feels basics. What hit me, what hurt me, what made me? Cause maybe this life is worth saving. And I think